Hello and welcome to your Newsmax Now update. I'm John Bachman. Today, Syrian rebels are claiming the government launched a poisonous gas attack that killed hundreds of people. The rebels posted videos to YouTube showing rows of bodies they claim were killed in an artillery and rocket attack on rebel areas in the eastern suburbs of Damascus. Syria State TV denies the claims, but chemical weapons experts say the lack of obvious external injuries and the frozen appearance of the victims in those videos suggests chemical weapons were in fact used.
We have hundreds of people who've been killed overnight. The situation is extremely dire.
Well, the UN has deployed a team of experts to Syria to investigate claims of chemical weapons use by government forces. But in order to inspect the site of today's alleged attack, the head weapons instructor says the Syrian government would have to agree, and they have not done that. An Army private, Bradley Manning, will serve 35 years in a military prison for leaking classified information to the website WikiLeaks. Manning was sentenced today. He was facing a potential 90-year sentence for handing over more than 700,000 Iraqi and Afghanistan battlefield reports and diplomatic cables from the State Department while he worked as an intelligence analyst in Iraq in 2010. Manning has been called both a traitor and a whistleblower. Protesters gathered outside Fort Meade, where Manning was sentenced today, calling for his release. Of course, that won't happen. And a 20-year-old man now is in jail after police say he walked into a Metro Atlanta elementary school with an AK-47 and then opened fire on police. The shooting forced the evacuation of 800 students and staff at the Ronald McNair Discovery Learning Academy in DeKalb County outside of Atlanta. The suspect, Michael Brandon Hill, ordered the school's office staff to call a local TV station. The police were also called in, and when they arrived, Hill opened fire.
He possibly fired as anywhere from half a dozen shots when he fired out of the building at police officers that were approaching the scene. And when officers had a clear shot, they returned fire. Fortunately, no one was injured. After that shootout, Hill surrendered. Police say he was able to walk through an open door behind someone who did have authorized access to the school. And police say 3 Oklahoma teens decided to shoot and kill 22-year-old Christopher Lane because they were bored. 2 of the boys, 15 and 16 years old, were both charged with first-degree murder. A third, a 17-year-old, was charged as an accessory. Lane was jogging near his girlfriend's home last Friday when he was shot in the back in broad daylight. And coming up next on your Newsmax Now update, wildfires spread out across 11 states. Are national firefighting resources now too thin to keep everyone safe? Plus, a Newsmax exclusive with Congresswoman Ileana Ros-Lehtinen. Her reaction to the State Department decision not to discipline the officials originally held responsible for their terror attack in Benghazi.
Obamacare. More than $1 trillion in new costs. Hidden taxes, fees, big Medicare cuts, doctor shortages. How can we survive?
To know Obamacare is to survive Obamacare. The Obamacare Survival Guide tells you everything you need to know to protect yourself, your family, your business. The Obamacare Survival Guide at bookstores everywhere. Special internet-only offer right now at Obamacare911.com.
What is LigNet? LigNet is knowledge. LigNet is power. LigNet is global. Top-level officials, U.S. intelligence officers, national security advisors, foreign operatives, all reporting directly to you. What is LigNet? LigNet is confidential. LigNet is sensitive. LigNet is security. What is LigNet? They're the ones taking the world's pulse. If you're not in the know, you're not on lignet.com. You've been briefed.
Judging from everything you hear, you think all cholesterol is bad, but that's not really true. You need a certain amount of cholesterol to maintain good health. The problem is that too much cholesterol in your blood contributes to a plaque, a fatty substance that narrows the coronary arteries that feed blood flow to your heart. Picture your coronary arteries as a 4-lane highway. If one lane becomes blocked, traffic still flows well. 2 lanes, no major problem. But if a 3rd lane becomes blocked, that spells trouble. It's the same way with your coronary arteries. And when plaque slows their blood flow to your heart, this can even cause a heart attack. The good news is that when it comes to cholesterol, lifestyle changes can pay off big time. Even a small reduction in plaque can be like opening up another highway lane. Suddenly, blood flow that was stalled can go forward again. Changing your lifestyle does not have to be hard. And in fact, here are 3 ways to help you start lowering your cholesterol. Snack on nuts. Nuts are probably one of the easiest and tastiest ways to lower cholesterol. Walnuts and almonds are among the best. Bulk up your diet with fiber. Choose whole fruits instead of a fruit juice, brown rice instead of white, and if you're eating a baked potato, be sure to leave the skin on. Choose fish. Fish contains cholesterol-fighting omega-3 fatty acids. I'm Dr. Chauncey Crandall, and thanks for watching this Heart Health Minute. Remember, it's never too late to prevent or reverse heart disease. Right now, I invite you to discover your own risk for heart disease or even a heart attack by taking my quick, free online quiz at www.simplehearttest.com.
And welcome back. Resources may be stretched too thin in the West, where at least 47 wildfires are burning this day in 11 states. One of the biggest is the Beaver Creek fire near Sun Valley, Idaho. After 2 weeks of battling the blaze, firefighters feel they may have gained control of the fire. It is now 31% contained and is no longer a danger to most of the homes in that area. And during a Newsmax exclusive interview, Congresswoman Ileana Ros-Lehtinen, a member of the House Foreign Affairs Committee, reacts to the news that all the State Department officials previously disciplined for the terror attack on the U.S. consulate in Benghazi have all now been cleared and ordered back to work.
It is unbelievable. If it were not happening, if this were not the truth, I would say this belongs in a Ripley's Believe It or Not.
And to see more of our exclusive interviews and content, stay with Newsmax.com. This has been your Newsmax Now update for August 21st. I'm John Bachman. Now here's the Steve Malzberg Show in New York.